Hey guys, welcome to the stream. This is Rod Arriagada coming to you live from the Hangar Billiards and Sports Lounge. We're here at 121 Scurfield Blvd, and we're here for the Sunday Open 8-Ball Tournament. This is a B-side quarterfinal matchup between Jeff CLARE and Mitch DUPONT. Jeff CLARE's at the table right now. I know that he won the first game. I'm not sure if he won any other games so far, but he's at the table right now. Just made the 3-ball, and it's got the 5 and the 7 remaining plus the 8-ball. We put up their Fargo rates, so Mitch DUPONT 544 Fargo rate, Jeff CLARE a 722 Fargo rate. The race is race to 4 for Mitch DUPONT, race to 7 for Jeff CLARE. So any players that are 700 plus, usually it's a 7-1. So in a standard race, this would be a 7-4 race, but because it's 7-1, it's going to be a 7-3 race, which I'll make the adjustment right now. So 7-3, the adjustment's made on the board. And Jeff just won, I believe, the second game. That's the second game. Is it 2-0 or 2-1? 2-1. So Mitch is on the board. Mitch is looking for 2 more wins to win the match. Jeff CLARE looking for 5. This will be a good matchup for you guys. Rack number 4, Mitch DUPONT to break, trailing by 1, needs 2 to win. Made a ball, made a second ball. You'll have an opening shot on the solids. Not much for the stripes, but the stripes are kind of tied up anyway, so the solids are probably better. I'll come in and join you on the stream as well. Excuse me. I'm trying to eat. I was trying to eat the whole time, and then as I was about to start eating, they're like, hey, we got a match for you on the TV table. So I was like, okay, well, I'll get it set up real quick. It'll take me like 15, 20 minutes. And basically the whole time that I was gone, I was just setting up the stream, resetting the stream, getting everything done here for this matchup. So on that note, I'm going to do my best to commentate on this matchup, but it won't be for a few minutes because I have to bust a munch. I have a half a sandwich left and a quarter of a salad left to go. So I'm going to bust a munch real quick and then I'll get focused on the stream. I'll be right here though, so I'll get the different angles and the highlights. Anything like that, it'll all be there. Thank you, Tanya Hoffman, for sharing. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Vince Valdez, Kimberly Claire, how you doing? Welcome. Tanya Hoffman says, this is when things start heating up. That's right. So this is where the grind comes in, right? Everybody's already, you know, the people that were not meant to be in the finals have already been eliminated. And everybody that's left in the field now, they all have a chance to get in the finals. And it's cutthroat time. Things get a little bit more intense, more safety play, maybe some more runouts, but likely you see more safety play depending on the race, right? If it's an even race, you'll see more runouts. If it's a handicap race, then you'll see a little bit more safety. The grind is on when you're on the B side also, and this is a B side semifinal match. So both players looking to have a chance here. I think this is actually a quarterfinal match, but I'll leave it as semifinal. Well, I'll make it quarterfinal because I'm pretty sure it's a quarterfinal matchup. I'll fix that right now. I have it down as a semifinal, but there's technically 2 semifinals or 2 B-side finals. Yeah, adjustment has been made. Everything's updated on point now. One last thing I gotta do is I gotta go to YouTube. How you guys doing on YouTube? Kind of quiet in there right now, but we just started on the stream. Told people 15, 20 minutes, and it's been a little bit longer than that, so they're probably busting a munch right now themselves. They're on live. All right, so the YouTube chat, I'll just put it up right now, even though there's no chat on it. I'll just put it up there right now so I don't miss any of your guys' chat. And let me bust a munch real quick while I try to get this day going. I'll be right back. Well, I'm here the whole time, but I'll be right back after I finish eating my food, voice-wise. Now, the nice bonus for you guys here is that you get a chance to watch Jeff CLARE play, who has been on this stream many times before, but he's been quiet for the last few months. Last time he came out to play was on the King of the Hill, which was a few months ago. I'm going to have another one of those coming up soon, too. A couple of King of the Hills, actually. We're going to have a King of the Hill, an open for all the Masters. We're going to have a King of the Hill Vegas and under, which is like the 550 and under. We'll have both of those coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm just trying to get everything organized with dates and schedules and other work that I have to do as well. And you guys will have a chance to watch these guys compete in the King of the Hill as well when that comes up. And the King of the Hill is one of my babies, man. What makes it so great is that it's a single elimination tournament. Single knockout, long race, right? So it's like everybody's playing big sets until they get to the final match, and then it's a winner take all. So a lot of pressure for the players throughout every single match just to try to survive to get to the final. And then if they get to the final, they have to win it to make money. Nice jump shot. I have another event that's going to come up soon too, which is something out of the normal, but we'll see. If the players come out to play, I think they will enjoy it. It's going to be a great time. I won't talk about it much yet because I got to work on the details still, the poster and the date. But you guys will know which tournament I'm talking about when I post it. We're going to take things back in time with that next tournament that I'm going to try to do. Three to one. This was a nice little jump. I mean, it's standard for a 700 plus, but still a great effort. Nice execution. Rack number 5, a smash and break from Jeff, and it looks like no friends on this one. Cue ball gets buried in the pocket, limiting the options for Mitch DuPont. He's going to claim the stripes. The only problem he's got is the 14 ball, but he's got a couple of options to open it up. Including right now, by taking that 12 ball in the bottom right corner, he would have a nice natural angle to bump into that 4 and 14. Looks like he didn't recognize the angle, so he took the other ball instead, and now he's going to have to figure out something different. Though maybe he was thinking about the 12 ball as a breakout shot the whole time, and he just didn't play the shape right for it. He'll make the back cut on the 12 and open up the 14 just slightly. And now it's just a matter of whether or not he's got that 14. If he doesn't have it, he's in trouble. If he's got it, he's got a nice clear path for him to be able to get the win on this one. I feel like he's super tight on that 14. Oh yeah, it looks like he might have it. But he looks super tight on that 7 ball, actually. It looks like he's right leaning on it. He'll make the shot, though. And he just has to figure out the 15 and the 8 ball now. Can take a stab. Oh, not quite. You almost have the tangent line perfect to draw off the 13 to get into that 8 ball and 6. Then the 11 ball would be the escape shot. But he doesn't quite have that. So he's got to pot the 11 ball and try to set up a breakout with the 11. He's got to pot the 13, sorry. He's got to make shape with the 11 for the breakout. That will do. Well, I don't know if he can make the shot to the side. Oh, yeah, it's there. He's got the shot. He just has to make it. It's a really tight squeeze, though. But to me, it looks like he's got about at least a quarter inch on each side of the 15 to make it, and maybe a half inch. But it feels like about a quarter inch on each side of the 15 ball to make it past that high ball. Needs the cue ball to stop, and it will. Oh, and you'll miss the 8 ball. Turnover means that Jeff will have a chance to get another game in the lead. He's up by 2 right now, but he's racing to 7. His opponent only needs 2 more wins. So Jeff kind of has a lot of pressure on here to make sure that he keeps winning games. He hasn't quite put the pressure on Mitch DUPONT yet. And Mitch DUPONT only missed that 8 ball because it was an awkward 8 ball, man. When your opponent is playing pretty decent and you're spotting them games, it makes you kind of step up your game a bit more. And I feel like that's where Jeff is right now. He feels like he has to kind of get this table done. Keep putting some pressure on his opponent by winning more games. Though he's been smart so far and he's played a couple of strong safeties as well, so he's got a good balance on the table. At a 722 Fargo rate, though, you kind of expect a good balance in a player. 4-1. Ba-da-da-da. Brunswick, Georgia is checking in. How you doing, Warren, man? Welcome to the stream, man. Says, thanks, Rod. I'm enjoying a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich with fried taters and Vidalia onions. I still can't find Vidalia onions, man. I don't know what's up with Winnipeg, but we have like Walmart, we have Superstore, we have our Save on Foods, Freshco, and I go shopping at all those stores pretty much every week, at least once a week. You know, I'll usually go at least once to every one of those every week. Not by choice, of course. It's whatever my wife wants, right? But I've yet to see Vidalia onions. I'm still on the hunt to see what it's all about. Now, two things I want to do with Vidalia onions, and I don't know if I'm right about it or not, but I want to have them fried in a burger. And I want to use them for a tomato and onion salad. I don't know if that would be good for it or not. And then the other way I would like to use it is to be able to use it for texture and flavor in my homemade hamburgers. So my hunt for it is on. And when I get it, I will explore with it. Dave Jeffrey, how you doing? Stephen Valley, Ty Speedwell, Brian Hastings, Perry Van Dam, Daryl Johnson. Welcome, guys. Mr. Jared Spence, what's up, man? How you doing? Leslie Corso, Earl Cameron, Randy Baggett, welcome. Mike Free. Are you really free though, Mike? Just kidding. You know how they say we're not free. Even when we think we're free, we're not free. Most people that from nowadays, when you say like you're not free, they're like, yeah, we are. My app says so. I used to think Canada was a free country until one year Canada decided to try to revolt against the government, and then the government decided to bring in the army to shut down the protesters. At that point, I said, well, we're not free no more. He knew he was going to bump into him, but he was hoping to get a better bump into that 7 ball to set up for the 15 ball. Played a tight positional shot, got jammed up. Now he's going to have to play the 13 ball instead, or the 9 ball. He's kind of close enough where he can maybe jump it, but I feel like it's within that range where it's uncomfortable to jump. So I don't think he will take a jump shot here. He's got two options, either taking on the 13 or playing a safety off the 13 and trying to get the cue ball to roll up and freeze on that 5 ball. He's going to play it through. He's going to try to get that 15 ball open. Great shot. Gets it open, and I feel like he might have the shot on the 15 to the corner. If not, goes to the side for sure. A cut on the 12 ball is always an option, but very difficult cut to take on. Bank side is out of the question because of the 15 ball. So if he doesn't have the 15 to the corner, the only option he's got is to back cut the 15 to the bottom right corner or to cut it to the left side middle pocket. Cutting to the left side middle pocket should allow him to get position on the 12, but I don't think that's the ball he wants to get position on. He wants to get position on the 9 ball. He would like to finish on the 12, so that way he can use the angle on that to come across for the 8 ball to make the 8 ball in the same pocket as the 12. Warren Mann says, all ideas you have are great. You won't be disappointed. I used to be a chef, man, so another thing, like for my hamburgers, right? It's the same thing for meatballs. Like the onion choice that you make for your meatballs can either make your meatballs the most delicious thing you ever had or the worst thing you ever had. He was able to make it to the corner, and he forced the cue ball through to get position on the 9. Now he's just taking a look at the angle that he wants for the 12 ball, and he's got to create it. The only way to get the position for the 12 is to play the cue ball through off the left side cushion back to the middle, just past the 1 ball. If he gets about 6 inches past the 1 ball, he'll be pretty perfect. He got a little short on that. Now I'm wondering if that 8 ball goes to that top left corner where the 2 ball is, but it doesn't. So he's got to 4-stroke this and come across. Only pocket that he has available for the 8 is the top right corner. Forcing the cue ball across. He'll get just within range of the 8 ball. He's a tall player, man, so he can reach this one no problem. A short player might have to use a reach on this one. He'll make the 8. 5-1. And Mitch DuPont's got to start feeling worried now because it's just a race to 2 between him and Jeff Clare. At the beginning of this match, you're thinking, I got a good chance. You know, I only got to win 3 games. But when you move into rack number 6 and 7, and now you see that you got a 5-1 score, you're thinking to yourself, I'll show you what you're thinking to yourself. Do I still have it? What's up, buddy? You won 4-2. Okay, I'll update it. So this is him right here, right now in this moment. I'm in danger. I'll be right back. I got to update the challenge bracket. I have to go update a challenge bracket, and I have now. So 6-1 for Jeff. He's on the hill, looking to close out the match now. He'll be playing against Jim McKenzie next from Brandon, Manitoba. One of the players we don't usually get to see around here. Brandon guys come in once in a blue moon, but they don't come in all the time. So it's a nice treat to have the Brandon guys come out. Tyson Thames here too, but I believe he's been eliminated from the tournament. So Jim McKenzie is the only one left from Brandon, representing Brandon right now. He'll have a really tough match, though, because, well, he's got to play the winner of this table. And if it's Jeff, it's going to be a similar race. And if it's Mitch, it's a race to 4. Eight ball is good. 7-1, the final score. And Jeff Clare has the diamond table at home too, so he knows the rail speed pretty good. Seven to 1, and we're gonna have Jim McKenzie coming up here right away, playing against Jeff Clare. I will get the scoreboard set up. I gotta go update challenge bracket, so I'll do that first. I'll go call Jim McKenzie to come over here, and then we'll get their match going right away too. All right, I updated the challenge bracket. I let him know about his match. We're going to put Jeff Clare on the left so you guys know that this is a fresh matchup. Oh, and this will be a semifinal now, so I got to change that too. And their Fargo rates also. $7.22 for Jeff, and Jim McKenzie got to look up his Fargo rate. $5.49. All right, so they're about to get this match going. We'll pop up their Fargo rates here. Don't forget to go check out our friends at poolaholic.com. If you guys are looking for anything pool apparel or accessories, they have a lot of different options. Really cool dude too, man. His name is Steve. Solid guy, man. If you get a chance to meet him, make sure you say hi. Let him know that you've seen the Poolaholic commercial or ad here on Q Sports Live. Pretty fair in pricing, a lot of great designs. I'm trying to get him to send me some pictures of some of the products that he's got so I can display them. Like I displayed my Jam Up apparel stuff. Seven 3 is the race, and I'm not sure what agreement they came up with, but they came up with some sort of agreement. We're gonna get this match going right away. B-side semifinal. Jim McKenzie to break first rack. Comments on YouTube. Gorker says, doesn't matter what small amount you need to win against someone who is one of the top 5 players in the province, and you're playing 8-ball against them. If you miss, in all likelihood, the game is over as Jeff will run it out. He's just too strong. See you, man. Have a good day. I don't know, man. I feel like every dog can get beaten on any day. Pool's one of those things where, like, you know, the best players on their best days will destroy you, but on any other given day, you always have a chance. And even when they're playing their best, man, if you're playing your best, you can still beat them. So I don't believe in that. I think like rankings are important for people to know where people sit and to have an idea how strong they are. But in the end, it just comes down to the efforts at the table and the decisions you make. The more experienced player is obviously going to put up a better fight all the time, and they're going to make the better choices. So you always lean towards them winning. But every now and then, the underdog just can see everything. And on those days, you can't beat them because they're playing just like you, but with a handicap. So you never know. But definitely on this one, you know, and the last one, Jeff's always going to be the favorite to win. This one here, I feel like Jeff would be the favorite to win also. But I don't know, man. Something tells me that Jim McKenzie's going to do something special in this match. We'll see. My instincts usually don't fail me, and I feel like there's something here. We'll see. I have to take a quick break here before I continue to cover this match. I'll come back and update the score. I'll keep interacting with you guys. I got to get back a couple of messages that I got sent that are business related, so I got to answer them. And I won't be super long, but I'll probably be about 7 minutes, maybe 10. I kind of feel like I should just watch this match, man. But I don't know. Like, something just tells me, like, it's going to be a good battle. It's going to go down to the last rack. I just feel it, man. Bit heavier on the pace than expected, but he's okay. This is a comfortable shot for him, especially because he's right-handed. Makes the 8, takes the lead, 1-0. I'll be back. Sorry, I got caught up in conversation with the owner here, trying to discuss some dates for some events that we're trying to set up. So it's 3-0 for Jeff right now. And I'm back, and I'm going to be focused now because Kevin's leaving. So I'm done talking to him. And we only have a couple of matches left tonight. So I'm going to try to do my best to give you guys some good commentary, or I don't know, just try to get you guys through the moments. There's going to be some exciting ones, I tell you, man. I probably missed a couple of highlights already. Let's see, we got some comments. So I got to get my Facebook back here so I can see the comments on there, but I can see some of them on YouTube. So who won that? Oh, no, they're still playing. Yeah, I'm caught up on everything, actually. Eric Hoffman, how you doing, man? So, and then I know this came up a little while ago, so it's not just a fresh comment, but I'm going to read it anyway. What we did camping this weekend, is that something in Canada? Yeah, we love camping out here. I'm not a tent person, though. Last time I did the tent thing, I slept on a rocky surface, and it wasn't very good. It wasn't a very good experience. Cabins only now. We had a cabin at Plate River State Park in Nebraska. Great time. Shot shotguns, cool. Fishing, horseback. Oh, horseback riding. Oh, yes, man. I used to ride horses when I was a kid growing up in South America with my family. My family have horses, lots of horses, and used to ride them around town. That's awesome, man. And fishing, you know, who doesn't like fishing? Splash park for the kids. Cool. Sounds like a nice place. We're planning with my family to go out and check out something in Manitoba this week or next weekend. I'm working this weekend coming up, so we're not doing that. 2 things I want to do. Well, 3 things, I guess. First of all, I want to just go into the beach and relax because I haven't done that yet. I want to go fishing. That's another thing I like to do. I haven't done that in a while. And I want to go someplace random. I like going to random places every year where they have different stuff to offer. Not just the beach, right? Camping grounds and nice walking trails. They must have had a little bit of a battle there. I thought I was going to come back and it was going to be like a few games in. It's only 3 games in. That's the 4th one. And Jim McKenzie had a chance there. I mean, Jeff had to finish all of the shots on the table for him to win that game, so Jim was pretty close. Didn't see what happened to him. Kind of want to go back and see if he ran into trouble, or sometimes you're trying to play your best, you know, and then the table just gives you these bad rolls and happens. But I don't know if that's what happened to him. I'm assuming that's probably what happened. And we were talking about this a little bit earlier too, him and I, Jim, and he was saying like one of the things is getting used to the speed of the table. So he kept trying to catch him off guard. And they usually play on valley tables all the time, so they're not used to the fast rails and the fast cloth like that. Not that valley tables are slow, because usually the cloths, when I play them on new cloth, they're pretty fast too. But the rails depend on the valley, depending on the place. All right, so we're going to move into rack number 5. Jim McKenzie looking to get on the scoreboard. Get a chance to see his break now. Good contact on the front ball. I don't think he made a ball, though. If Jeff wants to take a low ball, he's got Perfect position on the 5 to start with. I don't think he should like take the 5 and draw back for the 6, but he could have if he wanted to. Likely, if he's going to play the stripes, or the saws, he's going to be playing this cue ball forward. Only because when you start drawing or trying to put bottoms in it, you start forcing the shot and it starts deflecting a bit more. So that's one of those situations where almost any player would have a little bit of body movement on the shot, and he's aware of that. So I don't think he wants to do much with it. Playing through on the 5 ball will help him keep the shot more natural. His stroke will follow through and give him a nice delivery on the 5. It limits the body movement anyway. Took the 5 to the side instead for some cue ball control. Plus, he got the 6 ball out. So now he's looking really good here. Just like that, with one shot, the table is pretty open. But I don't think the 7 goes to the top left. Does it go to the top right? From the camera angle, it looks like it doesn't. So that's the next ball he's got to target now. It's the 7 ball. And I don't know. He can maybe go to it now because he can manipulate the angle to get into the 7. But I think he's going to want to get shape on the 6 and then bump into the 7. Then maybe look for the 4 ball as a follow-up shot if you get into trouble. I was going to push it out instead. And I guess the 4 ball will be the escape shot or the 2 ball now. The 4 ball will be probably the best option, but I think I'm more comfortable with the 2. He's checking out the 2 right now to see what it feels like. Nice execution on that one. Perfect little position here for the 4. I'm wondering what he figured out here because I'm looking at this table and I'm like, it's not easy. I'm thinking the best option I got is to set up for the 7. I don't think I have enough angle here to make it back for the 6. And now the 3 ball's the other option, but then I'd be playing through and trying to get to the right side of the 12 ball for that. Figure you try to play shape for the 7. It's pretty tight on it, but he can still make the shot. He's just checking to see what he's going to do here with the cue ball afterwards. What are the options that he can work with? He needs to get position on the 3 ball. He needs to be pretty straight on it. He doesn't want to go between the 4 and the 14 because, you can't get hooked like that. And he ended up going off, trying to get in between that area that I was just talking about, and he's pushed the 11 ball top to 6. It doesn't have the shot on the 3 ball either. He's got to either jump it or masse into it. I think you can see the edge of it maybe, but not much of the 3 ball anyway. He's going to have to find a safety option. Yeah, let's just tie up the 11 ball a little bit more. See if he can buy himself an opportunity from that. The idea here is that he's going to get Jim focused on that breakout, and then, hopefully he'll get into trouble trying to get to the breakout. Worst case scenario, and Jim ends up getting the breakout right away, and then he's got a wide open table. Goes for the breakout there, and he opens it up. 13 ball's going to get tied up by the 6. He does have an option to take the 13 ball right now if he wants to, but he could also play shape for it later. And he's going to have to take the 11 ball now. Well, from this angle, what about this angle? Yeah, I think you're still taking the 11. Now he's looking for a little bit of luck. Now the option here to take the 12 ball on. You can bank the 13 ball also, but I don't think I'd take that shot. I can't see him taking it either. Shot that one a little bit fast. He thought about it, went down, but he shot a little bit fast. We'll miss the shot, turn the table over to Jeff. He was just trying to do a lot for the cue ball. You can see here from the position, like he would have had a shot on the 13 ball. That's where he's trying to get to. Pretty straight on it. I mean, it's got a little bit of angle, but nothing to worry about. Makes the 8, 5-0. Looks like Jeff's breaking next. He'll have a chance to get on the hill. We're going to take a side view for his break so we can take a peek at his break. He's got a really nice break too. Can't be a winner at the high level unless you have a good break. That's number one. Honestly, it's one of the reasons why I usually lose in tournaments is I don't have a very good break. It's gotten a lot better over the last year and a bit. It's not a 700 plus break yet. Rack number 6. Yeah, nice break. Three balls off the break. And he's got a pretty open table. So that's the finish there, the 15 to the 9 for the 8. At least that's the way it's supposed to be. But yeah, it looks like he's looking at the option of making the 15 ball instead. Then taking the 9 and just leaving the 8 ball out in the open. He could get back up easily for the 8 ball with a 13 ball, so that's not a bad idea. He could also just leave the 9 ball there if he wanted to get back for the 9 ball. He's going to play it just perfectly across for the 9. And now he'll have an option to run into the 8 ball just slightly, or to push that 7 ball away. He should be running into the 8 ball if anything, though, or just avoid it altogether. The only reason I would avoid it is because it has a pocket and you can get there, so there's no need to move it. But I can see why he would. Gives him different options. Now, as long as he's got the shot on the 14, that's good, but he doesn't. So he's got to take the 13, and now he's got to play a good position here on the 10. He has to finish on the 14. If he plays shape for the 14 right now, you'll end up bumping that 10 ball to the rail, end up stuck with a bank. Doesn't want to do that. He could always maybe use this angle to run into those 2 stripes too. Oh yeah, that's what he did. That was always another option too, because now you have a different table. It's like resetting it, right? If you hit it clean like he's just did, you're going to get guaranteed 1 shot to the corner anyway. But the way he hit it is perfect. He's got both options to the corners. Just trying to see which one's more comfortable. 14 is best. This would normally be a scratch angle, but he's going to put some inside spin to get on the left side of the pocket. That's going to avoid it. And now I have the option to the corner to the side. From this angle, the corner makes more sense, but he's going to miss the shot to the corner. Oh, man. He almost got lucky there on the lead also. So this isn't bad. This is actually pretty good for Jim. He's got, a chance here at the 2-ball. He's got a good angle. If he comes up short by any chance, he doesn't leave much for Jeff, so it allows him to play this 2-ball comfortably. Yeah, there's no pressure in that case, right? And now he has a 7-ball available, so this table's looking good for him. A little relaxed in that one, but he's good. Usually that relaxed stroke can get you into trouble. Oh, no. He was thinking about the win. He'll give Jeff that game. He's on the hill. He was thinking about the win, man. I guarantee it. I've been in those shoes where you think like, oh, yes, I'm going to get him. And then it's even more so when you're on the table, on the TV table, right? Because you're like, I'm going to get him on TV. Oh, yes, this is going to be good. I can go watch this later. And then you miss. I'm not saying that's what he was thinking, but that's what I would be thinking in that situation if I missed. It's probably because I got a little bit of a conversation going on in my head. That one slipped for him. He'll have to try to get it back now. Needs to win the next 3 games to win the match. And so far, he's had a tough time trying to go against Jeff. So he just needs to get this one. Start from there. One shot at a time. And when you get to the finish, make sure you take your time so that way, you see the shot through. He's going to get tough here. He made a ball, but doesn't have much to shoot at. Deep in the pocket also. He would have had something had the 13 ball not rolled up like it did. Just unfortunate that 13 went there. I mean, it could have been worse. 13 could have knocked the cue ball in, so at least he can see the table and still at the table, but he's in pretty tough. It looks like you might be able to cut that 7 ball in the bottom right corner. Pretty tough shot to start with, though. If you don't really have any other options, then I feel like that's the only option you can go for. But he might be running that horn, so he might be stuck just on that 13 and only the 13. I kind of want to go there and look, but I don't want to interfere. I'll try. Yeah, it looks like it's on the horn. Yeah, he was like right on the horn. He didn't have much else, and this is not good for him. This is not good for him at all. Wide open table for Jeff. No breakouts required. All positional play. One of the things that makes these guys good is their positional play. So usually on a table like this, you're kind of expecting him to run out the table. But then again, I was expecting him to finish that last table, and he missed the black ball. So you never know. And there you go. He ran into a situation right off the hop. Bounces into the 12 ball, and he's got different options now. He can probably still cut this 12 ball to the corner, and I think he might even have the 14 to the side. Cue ball control is second now, though. It's all about the shot out of the way. Unless he can see the 14, then he can play position. And he was able to see the 14, he'll scratch. So there we go. Lucky break here for Jim McKenzie. The ball in hand, he can work out some of those tougher options that he has right now, like that 6 and 3. And I don't think he can do anything with the 6. He's gonna have to take that 3 ball on, unless he can make that 6 to the top right corner. Then he's okay. Yeah, I can't tell from this angle either, but it looks like it does. The 6 goes. Well, he still has to kind of figure out something for this 8 ball because the 13 is so close to it. So he's gonna shoot to the corner. Is he thinking about the 6 ball because he wants to set up for the 6 ball to the side, or he's taking the 6 ball on right now to the corner? No, he took the 3 ball and bumped out the 6. Okay. So the idea was to open up the 6 ball, but it's tied up to the 11 ball. He's still okay though. He's got the 5 and the 7. Slowing down his game here. This is good. And now he's got to try to figure out the finish here for the 6 ball. Because making the 6 or making the 4 and the 7 is not going to be a problem, but it's the 6 ball he's got to figure out. Which right now I feel like it only goes to one pocket, the left side middle. Unless you get perfect shape, then you can make it to the top right corner. But I don't know, even from this angle, it looks like the 6 ball is too close to the 11. But it definitely goes to the left side pocket past that 7 ball. Oh, man. Kept it simple and lost the cue ball. Just unfortunate on that one. He was trying to keep it simple, right? As long as he got a hit on the top rail and came back down, he should have had the shot to the side. Fortunately for him, the cue ball was scratching the side pocket. So you can just then draw over to the left side of the table here. Got just a little bit of angle, so he'll likely be playing for the 8 ball in the top right corner. Makes the 8, wins the match. $7-0. And that's going to take us to our next matchup, which I believe Hanyu. I think Hanyu and Jeff Clare. I think that's what the match is. I'll be right back. Hanyu is probably going to want to use a little bit of time to warm up anyway. He's got a tough match ahead of him against Jeff Clare. I'll be right back. I got to update this challenge bracket and I got to reset the scoreboard, but I'll do the challenge bracket first. I'll be right back. B-side finals, the next match. 7-4. That's what the race is. And we'll put Jeff Clare on the right. This is a B-side final, so we'll bring that down. Hanyu is going to get the first break. This is going to be a really good match. I mean, really, really good match. I expect it to be a killer match, but we'll see. Oops. So we'll put Hanyu on the left. Just so you guys know it's a new match. He's going to 4. Rack number 1. Hanyu will make a ball off the break, but he also made the cue ball. And I can't. Okay, so Jeff's a 722. And I think somebody said that Hanyu's Fargo rate went down to 615. I had it as a 618. I'll check it right away, but I'll leave it at 615 because I'm pretty sure somebody said his Fargo rate was 615 now. Just trying to figure out the table. Jay Schminky, welcome to the stream. Says thanks for the stream. You're very welcome. Gonna bump into that 3 ball. That wasn't part of the plan. I'll have to change the option now. Might have to take that 14 ball to the side or go for the jump on the 11 ball. I'll make the shot to the side. Perfect shape for the 10 ball. And with that shot right there, first with a combo, then with that shot to the side, that's how he solved that puzzle. It goes from making a couple of tougher shots to like, okay, everything is lined up and perfect. 1-0 for Jeff Clare. And that was on Hanyu's break, so Jeff Clare will get a chance to break now and a chance to get up 2 games. Time to say hello. Eric Mitchell, Frederick Camacho, Ryan Soloville, welcome. Andre Mulgada, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing good. Lisa Van Dam, Merlin Wamdiska, welcome guys. Welcome back, Kathy. Yes, Cord, I just seen your message. No, I won't. I haven't. I've just been on the, well, I'll call you. Doug McFarlane. Made a ball off the break too, but it was the cue ball. Ball in hand for Han Yu. I have a chance to strike back now. With ball in hand anywhere, this is ideal. But behind the line, you gotta really figure out your options. And we're using the VNEA rules, so we're going behind the line on this one. If he wants the stripes, you'll have to start off with the 10 to the side. The 15 ball is the puzzle, but it does go to the right side middle, just like the 10 ball does. If you can set up for the 14 ball to get up table, set up for the 13 while you're trying to set up for the 15, then you're okay on this table. That will be the plan for me, and I'm sure that's the plan for him. Yeah, I might as well take one of these out of the way. You could always just leave that to come back down after, too. Let's see. Yeah, he's going to leave it. Looks like he's going to play the top of the table first. He's got great position here on the 9. He'll need to come up with something different now, though, because he's got to draw back big here for the 13. And now that 15 ball actually becomes a problem ball. Unless you can get good shape to make the 15 in the bottom left corner right now, then that would be all right. I don't know if he's got the 13 ball or not. 15 ball will still be an option if it goes past the 6 ball. He's looking at all of his options right now. He must still have the 13 ball. Just trying to figure out the angle that he wants to be able to get set up for the 14 to get back up for the 15. A little straight on it. I mean, he's got an angle, so he's not completely straight, but straighter than he wanted to be. And I wonder if he can play that 2 rail forward here to be able to get onto that 15, but it doesn't look like it. If he tries to draw off the bottom rail and off the left side cushion to set up for the 15 on the side, he's going to be forcing the shot on the 14 a bit. So that makes the shot missable. And this is where body movement will come into play. Well, yeah, no choice but just to try to figure out something different. Bumped into the 15 ball and he'll have to play a safety or a bank now. He'll call the bank corner to the bottom right corner. Oh, so close. And look at that. He had the shape for the 8 ball also. Damn, nice effort. I'll turn the table over to Jeff, though, and if he's got the 7 ball available, that's what he'll be taking first. Technically, I don't think he's got many other options anyway. Maybe the 5, that's about it. So the 2 ball is not necessarily a problem ball, but that's a ball that he wants to address. The 3 ball, getting that out of the way right now, opens up the pocket for the 5 for both sides, plus both corners. He might, I don't know, he might finish on the 2 ball. It's off the rail far enough where you can set up for it and then just finish with the 4 to the 2, then the 8. I have the option to set up for the 4 ball here. And he'll also have the option to set up for the 2-ball next, and then finishing with the 6-ball instead. All he's got to do is just create some angle on the 2-ball now for the cut. Try to draw behind it. And he'll still have the option for the 2-ball, but he might have to take the 6 and then just set up for the 2 to the side instead. He went to take a look to see if the 2 is available to the side pocket, and it is. That means he can take the 6-ball and not worry about it. Natural angle to come off the rail for the 8-ball in a straight line. Eric Hoffman says, sometimes they make it look easy. I know, right? The better the player, the easier they make the table look. Or the game look, I should say, because really, you give them any kind of puzzle, and usually they'll smooth the way out of it. Perfectly lined up for the 8-ball. 2-0. Winner of this match has to play against Derek Ledhill next. They have to double dip him. Rack number 3. On you to break, trailing by 2. He's got a 3-game spot on this one. His opponent's already got 2 games under his belt. And he just came up drawing the break. He needs to stop the bleeding, if not on this one, on the next one. He might still get a chance on this one, but the way Jeff's playing right now, the way he usually plays, he usually runs the table. He's at the table. This one looks like it's available for that. Going to be able to open up the 9-ball. He ought to eventually open up the 8-ball also, unless he leaves it there for the top right corner, which is fine with me if I was at the table. He might feel like he's got to finish at the bottom of the table and then go to the top of the table. Yeah, I don't know, he might be right. All I know is that right now he's got the best angle for that breakout on the 9. So it looks like it from this angle. And from here, it also looks like it, though here it looks like it's more of a back cut than the other angle. Just letting her know that he touched the 3-ball, but it didn't move it out of place or anything. I don't think he's got the angle that he was looking for on the 12. It almost looks like he can make the 13-ball clean, but I don't think he can. Oh, he's back to that same angle now. Pretty similar to it anyway. The only thing here, though, is that he actually needs a shot on the 13 ball. Because the options on the 10 ball are limited to the corner where he's standing right now. He actually might want to take that 10 ball now, though. It helps him set up for the 8 ball best. Just has to run into that 3 ball and make sure that he runs into the 3 ball. Perfect touch. Now he can just draw gently off the 13 ball, set up for the 8. Makes the 8, 3-0. It's almost like this guy just sleeps on a pool table every night. While he sleeps, he has dreams of how to run other people out. Every night he's having dreams of how to run other people out of the table. Finds the puzzles ahead of time. Kind of reminds me of that time when Shannon Ducharme came out and he was playing. Everybody's like, he's a robot, man. This guy just doesn't miss, goes down and makes everything. Well, Jeff's playing like that too, but we already seen him miss a few times in the last match. This time around, though, I don't know if he's going to want to miss. You know, you don't want to give Hung new opportunities at the table. I'm sure he's watched him play, and he probably knows that he's a dangerous opponent. Though guys like Jeff don't play the player, they always play the table. But they're always aware of what their opponent can do, just in case. Helps them decide what they're going to do in those tough moments where they got to play safe or go for the risk. Just has to bump into the 5 ball here. Though he can just bump that 8 ball out with some power too. Bump the 7 ball out instead. I guess that's still okay. Once you make that 2 ball, you can set up for the 5, so you're still okay. And you can actually make the 2 ball break out the 8 ball now and still have the 5. If he can see the 2 ball, which I don't think he can. This angle says that he can't. He's looking like he's got no option but to take the 7 ball right now, so. Looks like he doesn't have the 2 ball. And this is one of those situations where the plan didn't work out the way the plan was supposed to work out. So now he's got to draw a new plan out. At least he can see the 2 ball. I mean, now he's standing like he can see the 2 ball. I'm puzzled by this. I have no idea. I am stumped. Maybe the 5 off the 2? Is that what he's trying to do? 5 off the 2, open up the 8? Oh, that'd be a great shot. Wow, what a shot, man. What a shot. I was like, what? Is he really looking at this? And yeah, he was. Man, that's how you solve a puzzle. This was pretty. Like the finesse. Look at the touch on the 5. Just perfect. That was a beautiful shot. Very creative. I mean, it was there. The tangent line was there. And I didn't recognize the tangent line right away. But then when he went back to look at that 2 ball, then I was like, well, does the 2 ball go? And then eventually that led me to see that the 5 ball went off the 2. Oh yeah, and just so that, see, so like it took us time to figure out the one tough shot. Once you get the tough shot out of the way, everything is kind of all right there in front of you. Even right now, like he's gonna have to play a little bit of a positional shot, but you know he's good. He's not in any threat right now. As long as it goes to the left side of the table, which he will. The only problem here for him is that he's, you know, slightly out of angle, and he'll have the option to try to stun draw over to the right for the 8, or to just bump into that 15 ball slightly, or 12 ball slightly, and move up for the 8 to the other corner. He'll try to stun draw, which I think that was a tougher option. I think he was maybe better off just bumping into that 12 ball a little bit, taking the tougher cut on the 8. And now he's kind of in like one of those do or die situations, man. You can't mess around with this one. You can try to play safe, but a wide open table against an opponent like Han Yu, you're going to get him on the scoreboard. This was a nice shot, though. I can appreciate this shot. This is beautiful. It's like poetry, man. Yeah, he's got to go for the do or die here. I don't think he's got any other option. Oh, well, hit the 8 ball, but he'll miss the shot. He got okay on the leave, sort of. I mean, the 12 ball goes to the corner. Hanyu can make it and draw back, so he's really not that bad. But if he was a little closer to that 12 ball, it would have been okay. He would have left Hanyu with just a cut on that 13. But he's got a couple different options. His puzzle isn't too difficult either. It's more or less about cue ball control. And, of course, keeping your pool at the table, staying focused, limiting the body movement. You'll have the option to take the 11 ball or the 13 now. Of course, you could always take the 15 if you want to also. In this kind of table, you're going to work the table from the top down like he is. Then you set up for this 11 on the side, and you stand over for that. What you could set up for is a 10 ball, but likely you're going to set up for the 15 and then finish on the 10. And he could take the 10 ball now if he wanted to, but it makes sense just to finish on the 10. But he could take it right now and just reset the table and then use the 9 ball for the finish instead. Yeah, he's going to have to do that now because he bumped the 9 ball over. Perfect pace. That was a nice control shot right there from Hanyu. A little bit of body movement on that one, but not by much. He'll make the 8. He's on the board. 3-1 or 1-3, whichever way you want to look at it. Hanyu broke first, so he'll be breaking next. He broke first, broke dry, you ran him out, then you broke second. Three to one, Hanyu's on the board, and well, that's gonna feel good, man. That's like, okay, I can breathe. It's I'm telling you, man, when you're playing against these high level players, it ain't no joke, man. You're locked in. I mean, your itch is like right to your butt cheeks, man. You're just like, okay, you know what? Like I can't afford anything here. I can't even breathe, bro. Just let me win that game so I can breathe. And now you can breathe. Moving into rack number 5 now. On you to break. Trailing by 2, needs 3 to win. Oh, and he's going to scratch in the side pocket. Ball in hand for Jeff. And well, this table is pretty open, but you know, there's still a little bit of work on the table. Fairly open though, in a sense. If you take low ball, anyway, 7 ball will be your biggest problem. The 2 and the 6 are kind of a problem too, but you can break those out easy. And the 7 ball, however, a lot harder to break out. I actually like the stripes a bit better when I'm looking at it now more and more. I feel like if I just take that 9 to the side pocket, I can open up that 12 ball, which is probably about the only ball I got to work on. And then I got to get good position on the 10 or set up for the 15-10 combo. Don't think you ever start off on a combo though, and that kind of looks like the only option for stripes right now. You definitely never want to start off on a combo. Your friends aren't lying to you. Your teammates aren't lying to you when they say don't play the combo when you get a ball in hand. You're not supposed to, man. But he's looking at the option of making the 11 ball. He's pretty tight on it. He's thinking that maybe he can just make the 11 ball and then run into that 6 ball to open up the 12. I feel like he might run into the 5 ball instead of run into the 6 ball and maybe open up the 12, but the 2 ball will get pushed up and keep the 12 ball tied up. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. I'm sure he's assessing all this stuff as setting up his angle for the ball in hand. Now, if the combo was straight, and the 10 ball was over the pocket, you probably do take the combo, but in this situation, you can. It's just not a good shot to take on. Even if you practiced it a million times and you know you can make it. Not a good idea. Oh, the 2 ball didn't get in the way. The 5 ball almost did, but a double kiss into the cue ball will push the 5 ball away and leave the 12 ball open. That worked out pretty good. Gotta take the 12 ball next, though. Still has to figure out this 10 and 15. So he's not quite out. He could take the shot on the 12 right now and get over that way. Try to see if he can play perfect position on the 10 ball, or maybe even just try to run the cue ball into the rail and into the 15 a bit. That would work. He's gonna try to play perfect shape for the 10. We'll see here right away. It looks like he's got a good attempt at it. Doesn't look like he has it at all, actually. He did not, so he tried to play the breakout, and he gets the perfect breakout. Ten balls open, 15 goes, 9 is available. The 14 can be a finish ball if it has to be. It's like when Moses split the waters, Damn, get out of my way. Oh, I'm okay. Thanks, man. Oh, yeah, no, I'm good, man. Thank you. I used to eat them like every week I come and I eat them, but I'm trying to cut back, so I'm not eating at all. I'm going to see how long it lasts, but I'm going to try. Offer me some fries. Like, no, man. I'm trying to be healthy again. Healthier. Not healthy. I am healthy. I need to be healthier. So no more fries. Try my best not to do fries. Yesterday I had some potato wedges. Technically not fries, but they're potato wedges. I only had a couple of them, but I kept it simple, not too many. And then today, no fries. Had a salad so far, so I'm trying. That Greek salad was pretty good, though. I used to think the fries were the best, and then I had a Greek salad. And I was like, wait a minute, Greek salad here, it's good. I don't need fries anymore. You get bored of it though, you know, so eventually I'm gonna end up having fries, but I'm trying my best not to. Yeah, he's got this table solved now. He'll get that win as well, 4-1. Four to one. And well, Hanyu is not necessarily in trouble, but he's getting there. He's getting there. 3-game lead is okay. It could always become a 2-game lead if you win this one. A 4-game lead, you're thinking, oh, I'm in trouble now. Rack number 6, Jeff cleared a break, and we'll take a look at his break again. Had 3 balls off the break last time. Didn't make a ball this time, though. Let's see what was different about this break. Oh, we missed it anyway. So it looks like the contact point was slightly different because the cue ball bounced back quite a bit. All right, so opportunity knocks for Hanyu. He has a chance to be able to put some pressure on Jeff Clare right now if he can just win this game. He's got the table to do it, too. Needs a bump here on the 7. That worked out okay. I believe the 1 ball goes to the side. If not, the 2 ball will provide a breakoff for the 1 ball or the nudge on the 1 ball to open it up to the side. He's in pretty tight on this one. You got to get the cue out of the way fast enough. So he's got to be comfortable on the position. Perfect position here for the 4. And now he's taking a look to see if that 1 goes. And if it does go, he's trying to figure out the angle that he needs to be able to make it. Also, to be able to get position on the 2 ball after that. Or at least be able to draw around for the 2 ball after that. Needs to open it up a little bit, and perfect little touch. He's got the 2, he's got position for the 1. He'll have to play a 6-5 combo, and that will give him the setup for the finish. And if he gets a good lineup on that 6 for the 6-5 combo, he can maybe even set up that follow through draw shot on the 6 and just make the 6 right there too and get set up for the 8 from there. This is actually a pretty good setup for him. He's looking at the 6-5 combo right now. This is perfect. Could have gone bad in so many ways, but instead he'll get the perfect touch on it. Watch the pace, watch the pace. Got himself in trouble. Too much. He knew it too. As soon as he released, he knew he put too much. But he had put a little bit of extra because I think he was supposed to run into one of those stripes. That's the way he was looking at it. Instead, it ended up being a clean draw, and he had too much pace on it. And now he's got to really work this out. I mean, you can't turn this table over to Jeff. That's the worst thing that's going to happen. But the jump shot here is a pretty hard shot for a left-handed player. Even worse for a right-handed player. Kick shot's about the only option. That's what he's looking at. And that's either for the 5 or the 6. And the 6 is about the only option he really has to work with. So he's trying to work that out right now. Looking for a big kick. You'll miss it. He'll turn the table over to Jeff. He was that close. Just a little bit too much pace on that shot, man. That happens, though. You know, that's the emotion side of the game, right? When you're playing and you're, as you progress in the rack and you're getting closer to the finish, your heart rate starts increasing or decreasing depending on what kind of player you are. But for the usual person, the usual player, it starts increasing. And the more your heart rate increases, the harder it is for you to recognize that you're supposed to be slowing down. So you just start going and going and going, or you overstroke or you overshoot, you know, like you don't see these things about to happen because it's your heart rate that's just going a little bit faster. And that usually has to do with the excitement, you know, you're playing competitively, you're doing good, you're about to win, all those things. And maybe you're not even thinking about all those things, but your mind and your body are kind of connected and they're sort of thinking that at that moment. And that's what happens to a player. Just needed to be a little bit lighter on that one. He would have been fine. And the thing is, like, he actually thought about playing the 6-5 combo. He looked at it first before shooting the one ball. And he thought to himself, like, you know, I should take the 6-5 combo. But then he said, well, I'll just make the one and draw back and I'll have the 6-5 combo there, and that's fine. And then he ended up getting out of position. Had he played that 6-5 combo, he would have had a tougher finish because he would have had to make that shot to the side, plus go around the table to get set up for the 6 ball, unless he left it perfectly on the pocket. So he still stood a chance to maybe not finish that table, but it is what it is. And Jeff's at the table now, and he's got a chance to be able to get a 5th game under his belt. A little bit of juice on that one. He'll bump that 10 ball into the 12, and I don't know. I think it still goes. He might have to break them out or play position for one of the two. He's looking to see if he can see enough of that 10 ball to be able to back cut it and then split the 12 at the same time. I feel like he's going to be kind of stuck here. He's not too bad, though. I mean, if you make the 15, you go down the table, set up for the 9 next, then you get set up for the 11 ball on the left side, middle pocket. With an angle that goes up table, you can pot the 10 or the 12 from there and you're out. So it's not that bad. It just feels like it's kind of that bad right now, but it's not that bad. And I mean, right here, you can make the 9 ball to the side pocket and get whatever angle he wants for that 11 ball. Gonna try to split them up right now, and well, that's going to become a problem now. Both balls had an option prior to him running into it. Now he kind of has to play position for them. He's okay, though. He still has the 11 ball. He can easily draw off the cushion, get on top of these for one of the two. He's not too bad. He's looking at the option of maybe playing the combo, too. Because the 10-12 combo goes to the right side middle pocket, pushing the 10 ball up towards that 8 ball. The line would actually be more in between the 8 ball and the 6 ball than towards the 8 ball, but I guess that would depend on the pace that he puts on it. But I don't think that's the option anyway, and I'm pretty sure he knows that's not the option, so he's going to take the 11 and just try to get set up on top of one of these 2 balls. Just basically aiming for shape towards the 8 ball here. Yeah, there you go. Looks like he's got a good angle on the 10 ball to get set up for the 12 next. 10 to the corner, 12 to the side, or take the... Yeah, I don't think he can split the 10 and 12 here. He's got to take the 10. Might have to maybe set up for the corner instead, though. No, he set up for the side. I would have set up for the side, too. It looked like he might have to force the cue ball over there, and he would have to set up for something different. That'll work. Five to 1. 2 away from winning the B-side final. You'll have to double dip Derek Gledhill, who's the only player that beat him. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know who beat him. I have to go back and check it out. Len Vanderwall, how you doing? Jason Reed, Nathan Klutman, Naveen Kumar, Billy Thompson. Welcome, guys. This in the peg, says Len. Yeah, it's in Winnipeg, man. We're at the hangar. Make it official here. We're at the hangar. You know me, it's always about making it official. Ahmad Zahid, how you doing? Jack Poland, welcome to the stream. John Buds, how you doing? John Kinsley, David Nibble. Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far and enjoying your time, whatever you're doing. Oh, he smashed that one. Looks like he made a ball and he didn't scratch this time, so things are looking up for him. He'll still have to figure out this table, though. And I don't know which one I like here. I feel like I like the low ball, but the 5 is not very good, and the 3 ball's tied up, so I'm not sure I really like it. You can get the 3 ball out for sure, but I don't know about that 5. And then you're looking at a 7-6 combo, which it looks kind of lined up, so it might not be that bad, but if it isn't, then you know it's something else you're going to deal with. With high ball, you don't really have much to start with. I think maybe a 9 ball to the top left corner past the 9 is a possibility. The 14 for sure goes. That will give you the breakout on the 10 if you take it on right now. I don't know. I might like the stripes here and take it on the 14 to the corner. It looks like he's calling something in the corner anyway. Plays the combo. I always say you don't want to start off with a combo, but he did. Try to get the 3 ball out. Just nudge it out somewhat. But it's still stuck to the 12 ball, or not stuck, but close to it anyway. Needs a little bit of precision here for the breakout on the 3, plus trying to get something on the 5. I don't know if he can squeeze that 5 past that 11 ball. On a valley table or on certain other tables, you can maybe cheat the pocket enough to be able to make it. I think on the diamond table you could also, but you would have to be playing like pocket weight to get that cheat to work. And I don't know. I don't think this is a pocket weight shot. He's just trying to figure out the 5 ball. That's what he's trying to figure out. He already knows that he can break out the 3 ball here if he wanted to. But it's the 5 ball he's trying to figure out. If he goes for the 3 ball and doesn't open up a shot on the 3 ball, and doesn't get a shot on the 5, he'll be stuck with the combo. He's looking at taking the 5 now. No, he's just playing safety. Okay. Not bad. Smart. You don't really need to force any situations. Just play smart. He's giving him the shot to the side, though. At least it looks like it right now. Oh, yeah, he's got the shot to the side. And for Jeff, the only real problem ball he's got is that 12 ball that's hidden by the 3, but he's got a few different options to be able to break it out. He's going to try to break it out right now. He's got the 10 ball for an escape after that. If anything goes wrong. And he double kissed it, so he didn't break it out. Something did go wrong. Now, I don't know, maybe you take the 14 to the left side middle, draw the cue ball towards the 5, set up for the 10 to the side with a breakout on the 12. But now you're going deeper into the wrong side of the table. You don't really want to be doing that, because now you're going to have some long shots after that. Usually good players try to keep the game simple for themselves, so they make these tougher shots every now and then, as long as they get an easier finish in the long run. You usually don't do it to get into harder shots. So yeah, he avoids the 5 ball altogether. He still has an option to make that 10 ball. I don't think he can break out the 12 from there anymore with that angle. But he could make the 9 and use the angle from there to break out the 3 ball and then try to get on the 15 ball as an escape shot. Kind of like 2 birds in 1 stone. You pop out that 3 and then come off the top cushion, set up for the 15. If you hit that 3 ball good enough, you'll have the shot on the 12 ball after that instead of the 15. But I don't like where that 15 ball is, man. You can only get to it from the left side, anywhere on the left side of that 8 ball. Maybe from below to the side pocket too. But I don't know. Let's see the side shot. I don't know. He's not that bad. He can take the 15 ball right now if he wanted to. Won't really help him, but he could. All right, so looks like he's thinking about finishing off with a breakout. 9 ball's gonna go to the side. That's gonna break him out on the 12. No, he's still thinking about the 15 ball as a finish ball. Okay. Now he's got the angle on the 9 ball to break out the 12, and he's kind of all in on this one. He's got to break it out. Best case scenario for him is to bump into that 13 ball, get a spin onto the left side for the 15 ball, or at least create the angle where he can drop back on that 12. And he'll have the shot on the 15 now. He doesn't have the shot on the 12, so he's stuck taking the 15 no matter what. 12 ball will become the finish ball. And he doesn't have to be like perfect for it, but the position for the 8 is tough. So he needs to be somewhere on the left side of this 12 ball so he can control the pace for the side pocket. It looks like he does have the 12. He's going to call it anyway, so he must have it. Looking for perfect shape off 2 rails here. I felt like he didn't have it, but I don't know. You have to keep this pretty simple if you take this 15 ball. I think you got to just bounce it off the cushion, get back to the middle of the table, and keep it as simple as that. He's going to power stroke it, try to get on the left side. Got the shot. What will he do for the 8 ball? It looks like the 2 ball is deep enough in the pocket where you can maybe do that follow through draw into the top left corner. But the best option would be to go to the side pocket to have a cue ball position roughly to where he is right now. Maybe slightly lower will be okay, but not by much. He can't hold the pace, so he's going to play the spin instead. And, well, he'll have a shot on the 8 ball, but this is not as comfortable as it may seem. He is a tall player, so he's got a bit of an advantage on this shot. But this is still a tester. This is, like I said, not an easy shot. He'll make it, though. He'll make the nice shot on the 8. He's on the hill. 6-1. He'll be breaking next also, breaking for the match. I kind of screwed this one up. Because you can see that he made the shot, but then I cut it off right because I switched camera angles. I wanted to see the finish, and I took too long. But that was a nice shot. It wasn't an easy one. Just needed to find the shot. That's all he wanted, right? My microphone keeps acting up because it's around the power cord. Just wanted to find a shot. As long as you find a shot, you can make it. 8 on the side, so yeah, that's what I was thinking too, man. But nope. That's the thing. It's hard to understand what these guys see sometimes, because their knowledge is so advanced. Most of us usually see around the same stuff, but the higher you go up in the Fargo rating, the more knowledge that's involved into the master or whatever you want to call yourself when you're at that level. Usually, I think the biggest difference when it comes to 600 and 700 plus is mentality, right? How they deal with the situations at the table under pressure or when they're in full control. Making the right options at all times, Well, he opened up the only tied up stripe that he had. Looks like he's got a clear route for the finish. The only thing he's got to figure out is the shape on the 13 ball, which he can pretty much get right now, but I don't know if he wants to get it right now. This angle might set him up best for the 10 and 12. He's going to try to play tight on this 12 ball now. No, he's just pushed a 5 over. Okay, so that's good. So that gives him the angle to be able to get over to the right side now. Just wants to get, well, I mean, he can go to the left side too if he wants to. I think the right side's better, but, you know, maybe he feels like going to the left side of this 2 ball is best. He's got more of a face on the right than on the left, but, you know, the angle is better on the left. Yeah, I think that's the way I would have played it. I think if you're feeling really confident, maybe you play it the other way. Easy 8 ball for the finish. 7-1, the final score. And now we're going to have a championship match showdown between Derek Gladhill and Jeff Clare. Bring down the Fargo rates. I got to update the challenge bracket. I'll come right back to set up the scoreboard for you guys. It is 7-4 race. Yeah. I'll set up the scoreboard first before I go over there. And we have to keep Jeff Clare on the right because Derek Gladhill won the A side. So I've always put the A side winner on the left on the first set. And then if they end up losing the first set, I'll put him on the right side, put the guy on the right on the left so that way you guys know it's a new game. Seven four. Scoreboard has been reset. I'm going to get everything set up before I go over there to set up the challenge bracket. I know that it was 7-1 score, so all I got to do is remember that, which isn't too hard to remember. 604, I think it was for Derek. Pretty sure that's what it was. Fargo rates are up, and I'll be right back. This is the championship match of the Sunday Open 8 ball. First set. I'm back. Len says 615 to a 722 is 3 games. Technically, it should only be 2 games, but Jeff says 7 minus 2 because he's got a very high Fargo rating. He usually doesn't miss. So that's the reason why he's a 7 minus 2. And their system here on Sunday is slightly different than, like, say, the Fargo Fair Match system. Fargo Fair Match system, I think. Well, let me just look it up right now. 615, 722. It says here on Fargo Fair Match, if you went by the medium Fargo rate on a race to 7 setup, that they will go 8 to 5, so it'll be a 3-game spot between them. So yeah, it's accurate. Just different. Instead of 7-4, it's 8-5. Well, I'm surprised that one went in, man. Usually that ball does not go in on that shot. It looks like the YouTube community is kind of quiet, so we're going to take the chat down from them. Everybody's so engaged in the matches, man, that nobody wants to talk. Well, he was supposed to break that 15 ball out there, and he didn't, so now he's got to find a way to get out of trouble because, well, he doesn't have a shot on it. It looks like the 15 is frozen to the rail, so he's got to play hard into this 15 ball. He kind of wants to keep it there, though, so he's got to just play it off 2 rails here soft, I think. Yeah. Oh, no, he's going to scratch. He needed to get that first rail and get the second rail, but he scratched. He had the same idea that I was thinking, and I'm pretty sure I probably would have scratched also. James Gibson, how you doing, man? Connor Rogers, welcome. Prithviraj Singh, Leonard Feinberg, welcome to the stream. Andre Cody, welcome to the stream. Or Coat. I would say Cody because there's no A, but you know, it's pronounced like Coat. Try to open up the 7 ball, he'll miss it. So now he's gonna have to play a bit of a safety game here. I think you bump out the 4 here. I wouldn't even take the 1. I would just bank out the 4, play safe. He's creating an angle here. He's going to take a stab at it again. If he misses it this time, he'll play a safety. He's going to bump the 4 ball out instead. Oh, very creative. Very, very creative. Got a perfect line for a breakout now at the 4. Just needs to bump it up a bit, and he'll get set up for the side pocket. Just a nudge will do it. But he's probably going to hit it with power. Oh, and that 15 is going to chase. It's going to chase the white ball and leave him hooked on the 7. I'll have an option for a jump shot or a kick shot. And he just went to go grab his jumper, so he's looking for a jump shot. Well, he'll make the successful jump, but will miss the 7 in the pocket. He did get a good leave, though. He's left Jeff nothing on the 15. Just a jump shot for him or a kick shot. He's got the lowest percentage here to be able to come out a winner on this one. However, if he plays a jump safe here, he can get that percentage to go his way instead. All he's got to do is just jump straight forward and get the cue ball to come to the left side of the 15 ball. Then that will leave a severe back cut on the 7 ball for Derek, and if he does miss it, well, you'd have the 15 ball sitting close to that bottom right corner for the easy finish. That's the way I think I would play this if I was going to play a safety on a jump shot. Well, even better, you're going to bounce that up. So now, you know, if you leave it close to a pocket, you're still giving yourself a good chance to be able to win. And he made sure that he got over to the left far enough where the back cut wasn't really going to be there. Looking for a safety option here. All I can really think is just to try to pace off the ball and just try to get the 8 ball to be your safety. But I don't know, man. Chances are pretty low for him to be able to come back and win this game now that Jeff had played that smart safety on the 15. It almost kind of not necessarily guarantees him a win, but it gives him a better percentage by far versus the percentages on the last time before he played that safety. He was trying to make the 15, trying to get the 8 ball to stick to the rail, at the same time not leaving Jeff anything on the 8 ball, but he's giving him a shot here, and Jeff should be able to make it. He'll make it 1-0. A little bit of a battle there on the first rack, not bad. Sam Johnson, how you doing? Samantha Jane, Baby Che, Noah and Eliana, I love you guys. I don't know if you guys are still watching, but welcome. My kids usually tune in to watch. So like my son will go on his tablet and watch the streams on YouTube. Hi son, if you're watching right now, I love you. But he'll go on the YouTube and watch my streams there. And then the little guy, Jay, well, you know, sometimes he just misses his papa a lot. And so mom will turn on the phone and put on the stream, and then he'll just get his fix of his papa. Just hears my voice. That's all he needs. Just needs to hear my voice just to know that I'm there. I guess his streams will help him out in the future. Eventually, when I'm not around, he'll be able to go back and watch me and see that I always talk to him on the streams. Smash and break, and he made the 4 ball to the corner. He'll have an opening shot on the stripes and solids. And I like the way the stripes are set up here, but we'll see what he decides to do. I mean, people have chosen different before, but I feel like stripes is probably the best option. The 11 ball can be your finish ball. Start off with a 10 right now, try to come over and deal with that 12 and 13 and 9. 15 to the side, 11 to the corner, 8 ball to the side, and it's over. He's going to take the 11 ball right now. The only reason I don't like this is because, you know, you can have that as a finish ball, setting you up easier for the 8. But I guess you could always come back down for the 8 ball, so it's really not that bad. It's close to the pocket enough where you don't have to play perfect. As long as you get down to the bottom of the table, that will work. And I didn't realize he had a 14 ball there, so I apologize for that. I didn't realize that he had options to be able to go back up table to deal with these 3 stripes right now that I was talking about a few minutes earlier. Well, the good thing here is that he's a banker, so if he's got a bank option, he'll just go for it. One of the best bankers I know. Oh, but he'll miss the 15 ball. Turns the table over to Jeff. And he didn't tie up that top left corner either, so he's left the table here for Jeff. As if Khan, welcome to the stream. Dan Fatino, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Do we have anything going on YouTube yet, man? Everybody's been kind of quiet on YouTube. Or says this is funny. Derek is being spotted 3 games and they're both premier players. Yeah, but you know, I think like the Fargo rate is more accurate than the premier ranking because premier ranking is based on teams, and not to say that Derek's not a good player. He's a great player, but when it comes to the premier levels, like the top premiers, you can separate them from the lower end premiers, and usually like their Fargo rate difference will be pretty different. Oh, look at that. Jeff missed. I never expect him to miss ever, but he missed there. That's 3 times in one day that I've seen him miss, man. What's going on with this guy? I'm kidding. I'm not being like that. It happens to everyone, man. It's just a little thing, right? Slight change of thought, change of position, aiming spot, you know, something like that. Next thing you know, you miss. It happens. One of the things that I admire about these high level players is that when they do miss, they don't get too overworked about it. It doesn't destroy their game. It doesn't become the end of the world. It's like, okay, whatever, you know, I missed, whatever. I'll just do better next time. Next shot I get, I'll do better. And I love that mentality, you know, they just have a really good reset. I try to imitate that reset as much as I can, but I've slipped sometimes. Mike Frechette, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Glenn Gamble, welcome. I gotta grab my charger. Give me a couple minutes. All right, I'm back. I don't think it's so much lack of concentration. I think it's well, I mean, if you're talking about the miss, and yeah, that could have been that. But I'm just saying, it comes down to the difference between premier players, I don't think it really has to do with that so much. He's gonna scratch. The perfect little scratch too. But he was trying to get too perfect on that 8 ball, you know. Ball in hand for Derek. You should have a good chance here. You never know though. Fast table, one funny bounce. Now you don't have an easy 8 ball. But I think what makes a difference between them all is the reset, how they get affected when they're not playing very good on a certain rack, and then they can play the next one. The better the player, the more calm they are at the table. Another thing too is 700 plus, like in Jeff's case, when they're playing pool, they see things a lot more different than the average player, because they've been through these experiences already before, where like they had to come back when they were down, when they had to, you know, get out of a 3 foul, for example, and 9 ball or 10 ball, and they got out of the 3rd foul, right? Like, they've been through all that stuff already, man. So for them, it's like when they're in these moments at the table and they're competing, when they're supposed to feel pressure, they don't. When they're on those shots where they're supposed to feel the intensity of the match, they don't. You know, and the reason is because they play so much that they've felt that so many times that they understood that, you know, over time, it's just something that you go through. You don't try to fight it back. You just understand it and move on. Right? And then that's kind of the way these guys play. They're mentally sound at the table. Even right now, with just scratching, you know, and the score being 1-1, he's not necessarily sitting there thinking like, oh man, I just screwed that up. I should have been up 2-0. Now he's going to beat me. He's not thinking like that, but, you know, he's just going out there and just resetting, right? Next time he comes to the table, he'll do his best. This time he broke and he came out dry. That's going to bring Derek back to the table. A chance to get up 1 game here. Table's pretty open, but there's a little bit of work, of course. There always is. For him, it's going to be getting that 7 ball out of the way. The 4 ball is available, so that's not a problem. 3 ball's available too, but once he gets that 7 ball, that's when he can finally start looking at finishing this table. It doesn't really have any pockets right now, other than maybe 1 bank. Oh, y'all missed the shot on the 2 ball, trying to hold shape for the 5. I'll turn the table over to Jeff, and well, Jeff will have to start working this table. He's got a lot of work in his hands. Mainly just 1 breakout though, but, you know, to get the right shot, to get that breakout is going to be work all on its own. So he's got work on top of work. He just went to go take a look to see if maybe this 15 ball goes past the 4, but the 4 is frozen to it. Playing safety. Don't forget to check out Lake St. Martin next Saturday and Sunday if you guys are down for some mud bogging. It starts at 11 o'clock in the morning, $100 entry. If you're curious about it, I'll be popping it up some more. You can ask me questions about it then, and then I'll fill you in with some of the gaps that you're looking for. They're also going to have concert going on. So they have Doc Walker, the Road Hammers, and Seaweed Band all playing there. Free admission. Just got to bring your own chair. Looking to break it out right now. Just a little bump will do. That was all the work for him there. Now everything else is positional. Which from here, you're going to set up right away for the rest of the work. And really, the rest of the work really is only just a 10 ball. Or getting the 9, one or the other. Now he can do both. And even though it's right there in front of him, he's still taking his time because, you know, he needs to make sure you're in a championship match. You got to win 2 sets against your opponent. you have to make sure you don't want to turn the table over, especially when the table's kind of open like this. So you got to make sure. He's looking at all options before he takes on the easy 9. Creating some angle here on the 10. He can actually take this 13 or 14 next, one of the two. He's looking to get the 13 ball out of the way because it doesn't help him in any way. So he's got it out of the way now. We're on the 12. That can set you up for the 14 to the side pocket. You can also set up for the 10 ball if you want to and then finish off with the 14. That's the way he was looking at it. Little bump into the 2 ball just to make sure he's got a nice angle here on the 14 to keep it simple for the 8. Oh man, there was a little bit of body movement on that one also. He'll missed fairly straight in 14. I think he just didn't like the angle that he had, and then he wasn't sure on what to do. And instead of taking his time and walking around and thinking about it, he just shot because like the ball was right there. You know, that's a mistake that usually you don't see him do, man. So he's a little off his game right now. He's missed. That's the 4th time I've seen him miss so far. 4th or 5th time. It's a little off, but you know, it's not going to affect him still. You'll see. He'll still play his best. But this is a dangerous game to play against a player like Derek Ledhill, who's got a 3-game spot and is a very good player. Every time you turn the table over to him, you allow him to have a chance to win. Well, you're getting him closer to finishing this match on the first set. Playing through here, 2 rails to get back across. And now he's got to make things happen here. Or set up for the bank side or bank corner. Gonna try to make something happen. He'll miss the 8 ball. And he'll end up with a bank option, bank side or bank corner. He'll call bank side. Oh, and you'll miss it. Oh, no. It's going to give Jeff the table back, and he's going to give him an option to be able to get ahead now. Jeff overran the cue ball a little bit there, so that tells me that he's feeling a little bit uncomfortable right now. Fortunately for him, though, you know, he got this game under his belt, so he's got some breathing room and some time to correct whatever's going on with him. And it's all usually just mental, right, at this point. They're taking a quick couple of minutes here. One needs a water, one needs to go to the bathroom. That's going to give me a chance to pop this up again. So for those of you that were thinking about it, Lake St. Martin First Nation is about 2.5 hours north of Winnipeg. And it's not that far. Like it's just right there. But anyways, they have mod bog racing and truck racing. It's going to be exciting, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. Trucks are going to be on Sunday. ATVs, quads are going to be on Saturday. It starts at 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm not sure if it starts at the same time for both, but it starts at 11 o'clock for Saturday, even though here it says it starts at 1. I was told that started at 11 o'clock in the morning. And then there's all the classes, some nice payouts. If you guys are looking to sign up, you can get a hold of Brad Beardy on Facebook if you're from Winnipeg or Manitoba and you know him. If not, if you don't know him, you can call him 290-4101, or you can call Jules Beardy at 799-6399, same area code 204. And don't forget, if you go out there on Saturday for the mod bog races, well, you might as well stick around and check out the concert. It starts at 7 p.m. LSM Outdoor Festival Stage. So I'll be right there outdoors. Bring your own chair. Get comfortable. It's going to be a good time if you come out. And if you do come out, come by and say hi. Let me know, hey, man, I seen the poster on the stream and I wanted to come say hi. I would appreciate that. lets me know kind of how the reach goes, right? If people are actually being able to benefit from advertising their events with me. And by the way, I'm not getting paid for that, but I'm just advertising it because I'm going to go out there and stream that event. So I think it's a great event, and I think you guys would enjoy being out there and checking it out. Len says 7-4 is tough in an 8-ball race, especially for the 7. Yeah, it is. It's going to be hard. It's supposed to be hard, but he's got a lead right now, so he's, okay. Fortunate too, man, because those are a couple of opportunities that Derek normally wouldn't have given him, so kind of worked out pretty good for him. Stephen Thompson, Dwight Baker, welcome guys. Ermelinda Borges, how you doing? Wendell Guy Jr., Chris Olaz, welcome to the stream. See, so like in my theory, I think a 3-game spot is an 8-ball. It probably is fair, but in 9-ball and 10-ball, especially in 9-ball, I don't think that's a fair spot because in 9-ball, you only have to shoot whatever balls remain on the table. Sometimes the higher level player ends up screwing up on the 7, 8, or 9, and then the other player can easily make 3 shots on the table. So a spot like that will not work in 9-ball or 10-ball, but in 8-ball it does work because when you come up short and you turn the table over, now your opponent has to finish the table. No matter what they have on the table, they got to go through their puzzle. So you have a chance, right? I think Derek won that one, right? We're tied at 2. Tied at 2. He needs 2 more games for the win. Jeff Clare looking for 5 to take it to the second set. If you guys are enjoying the stream, maybe you guys can like and share the stream. If you're on YouTube right now, and just liking the stream would be amazing. I would appreciate that. If you're on YouTube and you haven't you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, then you can if you want to. I'd appreciate the support for that too. Those of you that are wondering how to find me, I'll post it on here right away. I'll post my my YouTube link so you guys can find me, and then you guys subscribe to my channel if you want to support my work. So there's my YouTube channel. This is the actual link for the stream for YouTube. If you guys want to go check it out real quick, you can go there and subscribe and come back and keep watching on Facebook if you like. We do have a pretty good turnout on YouTube though. There's always a good crowd on YouTube. And there's always some funny conversations on there too. And now I have a mod on there, Mr. Matty Boy. Matt is going to be my moderator for as long as he wants to be. He'll be taking care of things on the stream for YouTube. If I happen to miss your comment, he'll get the answer for you guys or look into it for you guys. Jason Drake, how you doing? Meant to say hi, but you were gone by the time that I was able to come around. Dick Luoma, welcome to the stream. Right, Pittman says that's a tough shot. They didn't get rewarded there. Yeah, and you don't always get rewarded, right? Here, I pinned the YouTube channel for you guys. Good jump, though, he says. Yeah, no, it was. All right, so he's going to get this 4-ball out, and he doesn't have a lot of options for it, but he's got kind of a good option here with his 7. I feel like he came up a bit short from what he wanted, but he can make this work. I don't know how you want to do this. I mean, you can try to break out the 4, or you can just try to draw the cue ball off the 7 into the 9, set up for the 4 in the top left corner. That'll be another way to do it. I think he's looking to go off the top rail with some left-hand spin to come into the 4-ball. Yeah, that's what he was looking for. Great execution. I'm not sure if he's got a shot on the 4. Turns the table over to Derek. He'll have a chance to get on the hill now. He's got a real good chance here. 8 ball's about the only thing he's got to figure out, but it looks like he goes off the rail, off the 3 in the pocket. So you may not have to break it out. Almost missed the shot on that one. I brought my cues with me today, so I don't know if I can break yet. I don't know if I want to try, but I'm going to shoot some racks around anyway. I'm going to go home. Let's say this match ends like in the first set, and in the next half hour, that would be like 10 o'clock. So I'm probably going to stick around till like midnight. So if anybody's out there, you want to shoot some racks, come down, we'll shoot some racks. Although Hanyu is sticking around right now, so it looks like maybe he's looking for a little bit of action. I'm not 100%, so I can't play like how I normally play. I won't be able to break, to do all the breaks. But if you come down and get to go, then I'll play a couple of racks or a few racks. Just know that I can't break. Not that I could break when I could break, but right now I can't break because my back kills me, man. He'll miss the shot to the corner. Turns the table over to Jeff. That was supposed to be the one. That's supposed to be the one that just puts, Jeff in a bad spot. But instead, he's turned the table over to Jeff, and now Jeff has a chance to be able to redeem himself on a rack that could have maybe left him with his back against the wall. Well, if you ever come down here, Len, we'll set up a tournament for you, man. Makes the 8, 3-2. He's got a 1-game lead now. Alabama. 3-2, and Derek's got to shake that one off. He had a chance to get on the hill. All he had to do was make that 11 ball, and he was out. He'll have to shake that one off, though. And we'll have to do his best not to let the emotions, the negative emotions of that loss, affect his break on rack number 6, because he's breaking next. And you don't want to go and scratch off the break or come up dry on this one, because, this is momentum for Jeff right now. And when the momentum goes for a player, when it goes their way, usually, you're in a lot of danger. So you got to make sure that you make a ball here at the very least, control the outcome of this next rack. As best as you can, of course. You're not always going to be able to win it, but you got to do your best to be able to win it. You know what I mean? Well, he made a ball off the break. Cue ball didn't scratch, so that's looking good for him. Sweet home Alabama. Oh, the 2-ball going there wasn't part of the plan, but it doesn't really affect them too much. It doesn't even affect the 10 ball if he has to make the 10 ball to the side at some point. Though I don't think that's what he's going to try to do. The finish here is tough. What makes the finish easy if he can get up table to set up for either the 13 or the 9 in a straight line with a 4, be able to do the follow through draw shot, then he'd be able to get out from there. He's trying to create some angles. Now, what this is going to do is supposed to send the 3 ball in towards that area where the 13 and the 5 are. And he's hoping to get a good result out of it. But I think he's overplayed it. And if anything, he's going to hit the bottom side of the 3, sending it towards the 10 ball, I feel. I don't know, it's pretty close. It might go towards the 5. Oh, he missed it altogether? Okay. Meanwhile, he made the shot, but he missed the 3 ball together. I thought he was going to try to use that as a option to open up the table a bit more. I didn't think it was a good plan to begin with, but at least I thought that's what he was trying to do. He's cooked himself behind the 7, and now he's going to have to try to come up with a kick shot. You know, run into the 2 ball. We'll tie the 8 ball sort of into the stripe, so you might get another chance out of this. Should be able to get one, but with a ball in hand, Jeff will likely play the 5-4 combo and open up the 1, 6, and 7. Time for a fireball and a beer, says Lynn. It's a tradition when I join Sundays here. Salute. Cheers, man. Cobra Avila, welcome to the stream. Mark Gray, how you doing? Welcome. Kenneth Botello, welcome to the stream. Oh, we got some Sioux Valley folks in the building. Randall Wasakuna and Sharice McKay dropping in. Robert Griffith says, I like how Jeff stays very low on his shots and steady. Yeah, he's really good at that. You know what? Like, Jeff has some of the best fundamentals out there. I was going to scratch. He has some of the best fundamentals out there. And like when he's off his game, you have a hard time telling that he's off his game because usually his fundamentals are still pretty good. And the body movement is just minimal, but it usually has to do with like the shoulder neck area for him. Usually it's the neck area. He just pops his head up a little bit. But yeah, he's got a calm demeanor at the table, you know, and very consistent in his rhythm, you know. Nothing really changes. You don't really ever see him like rushing through shots either. Like, you know, sometimes players like they'll make a shot and then go make the next one. Then as they're making the shots on the table, their pace starts picking up. He doesn't do that. Usually his pace is about the same. Very thorough, checks out all the angles, makes sure that he knows what he wants to do before he shoots. He's ready to shoot. He just tries to do his best just to make the shot and focus on everything else after that. And that's probably the hardest thing to do as a high-level player. Well, not as a high-level player, but as a player that's upcoming, trying to become a high-level player. To be able to have that pose and calmness to you when you're playing. Might have to do a 3-ball combo, but that's what he was planning. Still going to look pretty, so we'll change the angle here. I wouldn't say it's a challenging shot, but it's kind of challenging. What makes it easy is that the 4-ball's sitting deep in the pocket, so as long as the 6 goes that way, then it's good. So instead of it being a 3-ball combination, it's really actually a 2-ball combination. But that 2nd ball will give you the 3rd ball combination. And you'll make them both. And, well, you might have to do another combination now, or a jump shot. I don't mind doing the jump here on the 3-ball. I think that's what he's going to go for. We'll see. You can also play safety, which is, you know, usually the first option when a player gets out of position is to go safety. But that jump looks pretty easy, man. I mean, it's only about a third of the ball, so it's really not that difficult of a jump. If you have a good jumper and you keep it straight, you should be able to hold position for the 1 ball. He's looking at the combo or he's looking at the one. Maybe the one does go. Oh yeah, the one bowling. It's hard to tell sometimes when he's playing at the table, man. And only because his rhythm is always consistent like that. So you like sometimes it looks like he's in trouble because he's walking around and checking things out, and you're thinking, "Oh man, he's in trouble," but he's not, right? Like the shot is easy, so he's not worried about that. He's just walking around trying to figure out the rest of it. He's a bit short on the pace. It's not too bad though. I mean, he would have liked to have been better so he can set up for the easy eight. Now he's gonna have to power stroke this, maybe come off 3 rails for the 8 ball. I wonder if he can go side pocket and then just try to go off the top 3 rails instead. If that's the case, that might be easier. But no, he's got to go to the top left corner or top right corner. Sorry. And he's got to draw, right? So he's got to. I don't know if I'll have enough time. So like he has to make this to the corner here, and he has to try to get the cue ball to come here, 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 and then back this way. Which that's not going to be easy to do, right? What he can do is try to draw back here, and then take the cue ball out this way, which will set him up for the side pocket. I think that might be okay. But then you have to put a lot of draw into this, right? I don't know. I don't think that angle is going to work if you put too much draw into it. As best as he could. And he still has a cut on the 8-ball. Natural tangent line as a scratch. Oh, man. He left the 8-ball hanging. Kind of okay, though. I mean, now, like, Derek can't just come in here and pot the 9 and the 13 ball. He's forced to take on the 10 ball. He's forced to play up table to play for a combo. So, I mean, it kind of works for him, sort of, but the opportunity here for Derek is available. He can get on the hill now. Oh, but he's going to miss it. Oh, no. Easy 8 for Jeff. He'll just give it to him. 4-2. Didn't I see you crying? Len says, my thinking when I have to go to 4-7 and I have 2 games to go, keep your foot on the gas and make sure to be calm and collected on every shot. Yeah, and then another thing too is like never take the gamble unless you feel like the gamble is something you can for sure do, right? Because every time, the problem is that when you get a strong lead and you have to close out or you're close to closing out and you have a good start, a lot of times players start taking high risks because they're just eager to get to the finish. They just want to get that match over with, move on to the next player, or move on to the next section of the bracket. And so then they end up turning over the table many times, and then eventually that turns into losses. And you're sitting there on the sidelines shaking your head, wondering what the hell happened, man. Like I had full control of this, and now I have no control. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. No, I try. I was going to take it myself. I just haven't had the chance yet. Thank you. Appreciate it. How tall is Jeff? I don't know. It's a good question, man. Pretty tall though. He's not 7 foot, but he's pretty much. Pretty much 7 foot. That's the way I would kind of describe myself. If somebody asked me how tall I was, and I was Jeff Clare, I'm pretty much 7 foot. I stretch over at 7 foot, no problem. That's Joe and Asad, welcome to the stream. Dan Hoger, Chris Fox, welcome, guys. Monty Brinkworth, what's up, man? Ed Quinn, welcome. I have some extra work to do, so I've been tired, man. I stayed up till 7:30 in the morning this morning working. I was so tired by the time I went to sleep, and like I swear to God, I could have just stayed up. But the only reason I said, you know what, I gotta go to sleep is because I didn't want to be super tired for the stream today. And but I ended up waking up and I'm tired. It's been a long day. I'll probably end up having like another 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning day today because I got to do lots of work for a couple of events that I'm doing over the next couple of weekends. And the only reason I'm explaining all that to you guys is so that way you guys have mercy on me when I start singing, if I end up singing, because I have sang a couple of times already. That's just my survival tool. I don't think I'm good enough for American Idol, nor would I ever try, but if I gotta sing to survive a day, well, I'm sorry, man. You gotta put up with it. I try to be good, though. I'm trying not to sing. Keep telling myself, don't. But then they play like all these good songs, and I'm like, okay, well, I gotta start singing. And they always play like Hotel California, which is my favorite song, and usually like I'll just go off, man. I'm in my own world. When I went to Vegas for the ACS Nationals and I finally got to go around, check things out, I went to Fremont for a walk, and I thought Fremont was pretty cool. But what made the experience the best is that when I got out and I started walking towards the stage where they were playing the music, the band, they were playing Hotel California. And I was like, oh my God, it was like destiny, man. I was supposed to be there in that moment. Just love that song. I heard that it took them like 10 years to make that song. It's a pretty long song, but I mean, I don't know, 10 years? They probably like they started off with it, left it aside, forgot about it, then eventually went back to it, then left it aside, then went back to it. I'm thinking that's how it took 10 years for them to write it, but I don't know. Last time I was talking about the Eagles, like, I love the Eagles, and everybody's like, the Eagles are coming to Winnipeg, and I was like, the Eagles? I was like, who are the Philadelphia Eagles? And everybody's just laughing at me because I was like, straight blonde moment, right? Like, I'm talking about the Eagles, man, and their music, and then everyone's like, the Eagles are coming to win. I was like, what, Philadelphia Eagles? It's so stupid. And it was on the stream too, man. Can't erase it. It's there forever. 8 ball is good. 5-2. 2 games away from winning the match now. It's a race to 2 between them both. If Jeff wins the first set, we go to a second unless they split. If Derek Ledho wins the first set, it is over. We are out. 722 versus 604, and the 604's had a couple opportunities, but the 722 is ahead by 3. The Tina Turner better be good to me. You know what? Like, I always liked Tina Turner growing up, but like, I didn't realize how good she was until I listened to this album. I don't even remember the name of the album, but she's got an album with her and Ike Turner, and they sing like it's like a blues cover. So they have a bunch of different blues songs from famous artists, and they sing it. And that's when I get to see how talented, how really gifted Tina Turner really was. She reminds me a lot of like Etta James and Coco Taylor, you know, that kind of same style. I love Etta James, by the way. And Coco Taylor, man, she's just awesome. Big Mama Thornton, too. She's got a big voice. Benjamin says, hey, Rod, on YouTube, do participants in your tournament typically drink alcohol while they play? Yes and no. I find like the higher level players usually don't. They usually just have water or pop. Some of them, most of them don't even have pop. And the reason why is because of the sugar dumps, right? You get the sugar up and downs. So drinking pop gets you wide for a bit, but if you're drinking pop all day and then you stop in the evening and you got to play, you start feeling the fatigue. sets in. So that's why a lot of the top players usually don't drink pop. But if they're having something to eat, then they'll usually have something to drink with it, which will normally be pop. But I think it's like the intermediate level, lower level, and the ones that are aspiring to get to the 600, like all those will have drinks. But yeah, no, I don't know. It's different, man. When I used to be like a lower level player, everybody drank. Everybody in the entire league and every tournament that I went to, it was just like a party. Everybody was just pretending to play pool. They were all there to have alcohol. But now, you know, it's totally different, man. I don't know. It's like as you move up in the ladder, you start, you know, playing at a higher level. You start understanding that, you know, alcohol, no. Pop, no. Eating before you play, hell no. Eating your food when you get it while you're playing, absolutely no. It's all the stuff you learn as you get up, move up on the ladder. Making quick work out of this rack. He's had enough. 3 to 5. He's on the hill. That was like Machine Gun Luke right there. Bow, 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 bow. 3 to 5. Down by 2. Oh man, they're playing I Have the Tiger by Survivor. I just want to like grab my cue and just go up to the table and just run this random rack right after these guys break. Kind of like those streakers on the football field, you know, when they run around when they're streaking. Like I would, and I just take the cue, go up there, and just start running the table. I'll be like, "What? You took too long, bro. It's my shot." Rack number 9. Jeff played a break, trying to get on the hill. His opponent, Derek Ledhill, is on the hill. And he'll get a chance to close out because Jeff just scratched the cue ball. A wide open table, too. A great opportunity here for Derek. And they're playing the right song for this moment. I'm looking for like my raw eggs so I can start drinking them and start running up the stairs for no reason. I don't know if you guys ever watch Rocky, but if you didn't, that's not funny. I love Rocky. I gotta watch Creed 3 too. That just came out on stream. I think it's on Disney. I think that's where it is. I don't know. I subscribe to all 3 of them, man. All 4 of them actually. We have Apple TV, Crave, Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime. I don't even know why we pay for cable, honestly. I think the only reason we pay for cable is for me to watch hockey. Well, he scratched on the table, is giving Jeff a chance, and now Jeff wants to do his best to redeem himself here on this one. Scratch off the break could have been the end. Instead, he's got a chance to be able to get back in it. All he's got to do is finish this table to get on the hill and to force the last rack. He'd be breaking for the match then, which at this point, you're feeling pretty good about yourself because he's had the most successful break so far. Oh, and I gotta load up that shot too from earlier. I must hunt the highlight of the day. It wasn't like a spectacular, like amazing, spectacular shot, but what made it beautiful to me was the fact that like it looked so finesse when he did it. It was very natural. Tangent line was natural, and the contact point for the billiard shot or the cannon shot was not natural, but it was there. It was pretty lined up for it. I gotta find it now. Is it this one? Oh. Oh, I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. It was a pretty shot, man. Pretty, 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 pretty. I just want to show you guys right now. I'm like a little kid at the store, man. Like, check it out, mom. Check it out, mom. I want to buy it. I just want to show you guys this highlight. It's a nice highlight. I'll wait till to the end of the night. I was that kid, you know, when my parents went out shopping. Oh, wait, there might be kids on there. So Christmas time, I would go downstairs in the basement and dig around like everywhere, especially in areas that looked like they were scary. I'd go there looking for presents. And then when I found the presents, I would like peel some of the peel some of the gift wrapping. So I had an idea if the present was for me or not. So I had an idea what to expect. I played dumb for many years, man. I was like, yeah, no, he's real. He's real. But I knew what was going on, and I always knew what I was getting every Christmas. I don't know if you guys did that, man, but me and my sister used to do it all the time. He keeps pumping the craziest shots. Yeah, you know what? Like all it is just I think it's just like he requires the force for those certain shots. I don't think it's like a nervous thing or anything like that. But there is body movement in it, and when you see those body movement shots where they miss because of the body movement, usually that has to do with like anxiousness, not so much nervousness. Looking for the perfect pace. And he's going to get it. 9 in the bottom right. 10 in the bottom left. 8 ball on the top left. And we out. We take it to the next game. Makes the 8. He's on the hill. 6-3. It's a hill matchup. 9 racks. Did not decide anything between these guys. So we were going to move into rack number 10. I thought Jeff just broke, but I guess it's Derek's break. I thought Jeff was breaking for the match. Why do I think that? Who broke first? Wasn't it Derek that broke first? If Derek broke first, then that means that it would be Jeff's break. But if Jeff broke first, then it's Derek's break. But I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm not a gambling kind of guy, but I might bet something on this one. I gotta go back and take a look. Here's George style, you know. I'm pretty sure though, man. Or did Jeff scratch off the break? Maybe, yeah, maybe Jeff did break. I don't know. Go back and find out though. It's taking me so long to find out. You guys probably already looked it up or you probably already answered. Oh yeah, no, so Jeff broke the last one. Okay, we're good. I should know better. I mean, I'm the one with only a few hours sleep, so if anybody's making a bad judgment or a bad call here, it's me. I should know that. He needs to bump out this 12 ball just slightly now. He can hit it with some power, but then that might change the table too much. And I think he still has the shot on the 9, so he's not too bad. But he got pretty close to being hooked there. He'll make the 9. Trying to get position here on the 14 to get it up for the 12. And he's come up quite short. He'll have to break into it now. No other option. He'll miss the breakout. He'll also miss the 14. Turning the table over to Jeff, will have a chance to be able to win the first set now. Jim Wilson, Lawrence Mercier, welcome to the stream. Steve Opperman, or Opperman, sorry if I got it wrong. Yves Paquette, Jason Richard, welcome. Biggest thing that he's got to deal with is the two ball. Different options to be able to get it out, but he kind of had to work this area. I think the 6 ball is irrelevant, so you get it out of the way. I think the 5 ball is sort of irrelevant too, so you can get that out of the way too if you wanted to. Take a look at the side options. No, you can bump this 3 ball off the rail right now, but taking the 4 if you wanted to. I don't think that really is a problem though. I think he's more or less focused on the 2 ball. He might be trying to set up maybe for the 5 ball next with a breakout into the 2 ball, having the 7 ball as an escape shot. He's going to try to open up the 2 ball right now. Oh, but he's lucky he didn't scratch. He'll hang up in the pocket. I think the shot to the left side middle is still available on the 2. If not, the 5 ball is always an option. I also think he might be able to cut this 7 ball to the side pocket. So he's really not that bad, but he's pretty deep in the pocket, man. And now on a Predator table, I'd be like, this is no problem because the pockets are flush, right? But on a diamond, you can still feel a little bit of the raised pocket there, that inner leather pocket. You can feel it. So this is a very uncomfortable shot. He's taking a look at his options. Steve says, stop shot on the 5 in the corner, 2-way. Yeah, I like that too, because now you don't really give your opponent much. This guy's a pretty good banker, though, so his kicks aren't that far off. But I like that, because at least you're forcing him to do that. And now if he makes a big kick shot on the 12 and he makes a huge bank shot on the 14 and he wins the first set, well, you know what? He played the best option. He did the best that he could. It's all that could happen. Everything else out of your hands, man. I kind of like just playing the safety into the 3 ball and just freeze hooking into the rail. I like that a little better because then the 5 ball blocks the kick shot on the 12. The 8 ball blocks the contact on the 14. And then the 7 ball will push over to the left once the 3 ball goes into it. And that's going to block the long rail kick shot also on the 14. So it's like a 3-way hook with just one shot. We'll see what he does though. But I think that you just freeze hook to the 3. Yeah, just like that. See, so now you took away all the options, man. There's no kick, there's no kick, there's no jump. That was a smart shot. It's like you read my mind. But it really wasn't. It's just, logic. So to be a good player at the table, you have to have a lot of common sense and logic, and you have to be aware of every tangent line that you have available in every shot. That's the secret to success on the table. But it's kind of cold cut and dry there. But that's really is what happens at the high level of pool. These guys play at that point, just like I'm saying to you. They're just seeing all these options. They're very aware of everything, what they can do, what they should do, and what they shouldn't do. He's going to earn himself the opportunity to be able to close out the first set. They still might split though, but I don't know. It's only like 10 o'clock here, so they might play it out still. Robert Brady, how you doing? Rich Callahan, welcome to the stream. Well, he didn't want to really push that 3-ball back into the rail, but that's what's happened. Still not in trouble, but it just now it complicates things. Now the pattern has to be a specific way in order for him to be able to get the finish. It's all going to be revolving around the position on the 3 now. Unless he takes the shot on the 3 now, which I don't think he will because it's stuck to the rail. I think the best option is to get above the 3, not below it. You can see there it's not that close to the side pocket though, so it's got some room, some wiggle room for position on the 3. It's going for the position right now. They didn't want to bump that 2-ball into the rail also. This has changed things quite a bit. And now he's in a tough position. He's got to play the 3, come back across 2 rails to get set up perfect for the 2-ball. If not, he's got to end up with a perfect positional shot on the 5 to the top left corner to be able to get position on the 2. Now, right now, if that 3-ball wasn't against the rail, that wouldn't be a problem. He just makes that 5-ball and he's off to the side cushion and he's good for the 2-ball. It may not go past that side pocket, but at least he would have the option there. Now, from this position, well, it's going to be tough for him to play shape for the 5 and the 2. He's got to play this with a lot of pace to make the 3-ball. It may not even be worth it to make it, to be honest. Maybe you just, I don't know, man. This is tough safety here. But the safety would be another option. I'm trying to think. This angle doesn't help me see it. Maybe from this angle. So you can't just bump into the 2-ball. You need to bank it out and take the spot of where the 2-ball is for you to be able to get a successful safety. I don't think you can do that from there. Now playing the safe off the 2 and trying to take the cue ball to the side cushion towards that 12-ball and leaving him nothing on the 12-ball. That might work. I mean, he'll still be able to see his ball, but he won't have an option to make it. So I'm talking about getting the cue ball like somewhere like in this area. Like around here. Off the 2-ball. But I don't know, it's kind of tight from there too. Now, if I was forced to make this 3-ball and I needed to get a finish, I think I try. Well, does that 5 go past the 2 to the side pocket? That's number one question. It doesn't look like it from this side. So that's a huge problem. Because otherwise, you can just draw off the left side cushion, or sorry, off the right side cushion to the left side, and running towards that 14-ball, and then getting a shot on the 5-ball. But you're not really going to have it. Now, you could still make this play and try to set up for a bank shot on the 5 and just follow the cue ball through for a longer shot on the 2-ball. Not guarantee you're going to get the finish. Low percentage chance that you're going to be able to get the 2-ball into the bottom right corner. But that could be the option to be able to try to find a way out. All right, so I have an option here anyway. Definitely a lot better than the last option he had. Just has to work it out. Maybe just grace the 5-ball towards the 12, leaving it tied up to the 12 and just getting the cue ball to come to the cushion towards the 2. Tough shot though, especially if you're trying to focus the cue ball on the 2-ball. But you would have to get the right side of the cue ball on our screen just to get a good bounce for the safety. The other option is just to try to play off the 2-ball and get the cue ball to freeze below the 5-ball so that he doesn't have a shot on the 14 through the 8, and he won't have a shot on the 12 because he'll be frozen to the 5. So then that one you would just play into here and then just get the cue ball to come off the rail and back into like this area right here. Sorry for the curve, but on a table with a roll, that's the way it would work, okay? I'm taking into account the roll of the table. I'm kidding. There's no roll on this table. Just that weird curve. I don't know. Oh man. I'm telling you, I don't need TV. I just entertain myself all by myself. Linda the Miracle says Coco Taylor is fabulous. Her voice pierces the heart. Oh, that's what it says. Yeah, no, she honestly, like, her voice is just crazy, and it's just like so, I don't know, like, oh, it's hard to explain it. If you never listened to Coco Taylor, just go check her out. Look her up. Coco Taylor, blues singer, just amazing voice, man. This lady was like born for the blues. Their blues was born for her. Just an amazing voice. Coco Taylor. He's in a tough predicament here. So he ended up playing the 5 ball up to safety on the 12 ball. And now these guys got a grind out battle. This is the way it's supposed to be in a hill matchup, though. And it comes down to who has the best knowledge when it comes to safety play and defense or replying, and who has the most patience. The one that loses patience first is going to go for a crazy shot, and that's the one that's going to lose his rack and match. Steve says, we'd also need the 2 to take the side away for that safe to work. That's right. I've been trying my hardest to find some Etta James records. I can't find anything. She's one of my favorite blues singers. Coco Taylor, too. I haven't found anything on her either. I have some Muddy Waters. I have some B.B. King. What else do I got? Well, Stevie Ray Vaughan is considered blues. I have him, too. I have a couple of, like, mixed blues records, too. So, like, various artists on it. But I don't have anything that's, like, full album with Etta James or Coco Taylor, and I would like to. Howling Wolf would be cool, too. He was a pretty cool dude. Oh, look, speaking of Howling Wolf, Benjamin just said Howling Wolf is a great blues artist as well. Yeah. You're 100% right, man. Stevie Ray Vaughan is the best, says Adam. You're 100% right. Any Texan blues, really. Yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan is like my favorite, man. He's my go-to, right? So I got 3 of his albums at home. I don't remember all of them right now off the top of my head, but Double Trouble's one of them. Texas Flood was the other, and I don't remember what the third one is. I just want to, I can't remember the name of it now. But I have those on record, and I feel blessed and privileged to have them, man. Those are like the ones that are like sitting there and the plastic wrapping and everything, you know. If I can put them in a safe deposit box or a vault, I would. That and BB King. I love BB King also. I think he's a great blues artist. 7-3, the final score. Are they going to split or going to play a second set? I got to go find out. I'll be right back. 7-3. I'll be right back. right, so it looks like they have decided to split, so they're going to have just a split on first and second. RB says splitting should be banned. Insult to all players who put in money. Well, technically, it wasn't really a split because they finished the first set, right? So Jeff won the first set. But yeah, you're kind of right. I know. It's okay. This would have been a good match, and we'll probably get a chance to see some of this once again in the near future. Let me bring out some of the stuff. It happens. I can't blame them, you know. For me, it's like if they are done early, it's fine. I could use a little bit of time for me to eat some food. I haven't ordered some food yet, so it works out for me. The highlight of the day. Let's do that first. Jeff Clare with a perfect cannon shot. Breakout on the 8 ball as well. Just a beautiful little shot. Nice and finesse. Play your best game with Q Sports Live, and I'll be waiting for you in the highlight of the day. I don't know why I always say that, but it feels like the right thing to say, so I do. Don't forget to check out some of the gear at jamupapparel.com as well. We have some of the Federal Gorse gear, some of the newest stuff that just came out. They have it in long sleeve and short sleeve, different colors, as you can see. They also have Duchess new gear. Allison Fisher, the Duchess of Doom, for the ladies. If you find anything there that you guys like and you're thinking about ordering, or maybe you already ordered some of the stuff and you want to know where your order is, you can message me, rod@jamupapparel.com, and I'll be glad to help you out however I can to answer the questions that you may have. And also, let's not forget about Poolaholic. Check out my friend Steve at poolaholic.com for all your pool apparel and accessories. He's got everything, man. Clothing, hats, chalk, sticks, cases, whatever you're looking for, he's got it for you. Poolaholic.com. We'll take away the YouTube chat. Thank you to everybody that took the time to interact today with me on YouTube and on Facebook. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Let's not forget about the ladies here, too, for WPBA and Jam Up, if you guys are looking for some of that Jam Up gear. They have different colors, different designs, and it's all the WPBA players, most of them are wearing the WPBA gear, unless they're sponsored by somebody else. And I guess that's going to be it. It was a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't gone to my YouTube channel yet, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm looking to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I can't do it without your help. Those of you that took the time to subscribe to my channel so far, thank you. I appreciate it. And those of you that haven't, well, it's a good way to support somebody that loves the game, and I promise you, I love the game. The way that I work today is the way that I usually work, and so if you enjoy that kind of commentary, that kind of coverage, then that's more of a reason for you to follow my YouTube channel. Also, don't forget that you'll have a chance to watch other events that I do on YouTube as well, kind of like the Mud Bog and Poker Derby that's coming up next week in Lake St. Martin First Nation. I'll be there covering that all of Saturday and all of Sunday. Sunday's going to be the truck event, so I'm excited about the Sunday event. But on Saturday, they do the quads, the ATVs, and they have the concert coming up too, Doc Walker, the Road Hammers, and Seaweed Band. So a little bit of everything there for family and people to come out from Manitoba or even from Saskatchewan, Ontario. If you want to come out, check it out. Everybody's welcome. Free admission. Bring your own chair. I'll be there. I'll be there. And, oh, yes, the hangar. Let's not forget about the hangar. We got to bring them up here. Where are you, hangar? Here we are. The Hangar Billiards and Sports Lounge, located at 121 Scurfield Blvd. If you guys think this place looks cool and fun, you are right. It is. And it is. And the only way you can check it out is either through the stream or come in here in person. If you guys want to come check it out in person, they're located at 121 Scurfield Blvd. If you're looking to bring a party, maybe you want your own spot, reserve something for yourself and your crew, give them a shout at 204-560-2929. They would love to take care of you. And if you end up coming in and you're from out of town ever, you message me, Rod Arriagada, and you say, hey, man, I'm in town. I'm going to the hangar. Come play some sets, and I'll come out. I'll come play with you, all right? Just message me. That's going to be it for now. Let's go to the pool wisdom. The more you sweat in practice, the less you'll bleed in battle. In other words, work hard at the table so that you don't have to suffer at the table, right? And that's basically like everything in pool for us, man. if you don't put in the time to get better, you're never going to get better. You're always going to have frustrating moments at the table. You're always going to bleed in battle, like as the saying says. And you don't really want to bleed in battle. And if you are going to bleed in battle, you want to make sure that you bled in battle while you fought your best. The only way to do that is by getting out there and working on your game. Hit those practice tables 2 to 3 hours a day, and you'll get there. I promise you. The champion within is waiting, and I'm waiting for you to become that champion within. That's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. My name is Rod Arriagada. If you guys want to add me or follow me on Facebook, you can. If you want to message me to come on to your town to cover an event, maybe you like my commentary or my personality or my singing, message me at cslbattoe@gmail.com, and I promise you I'll bring my guitar and sing for you. I don't know how to play the guitar, so you're in trouble if I bring my guitar. It might match my singing. But, message me if you guys want me to come out to cover an event, or if you have an event of your own and you want to get some advertising on it, let me know. You can message me through there, email me the poster, and we'll go from there. First time being on Facebook, on QUESPORTS Live, make sure you guys follow and like our page. Every single time that you do follow and like our page, you'll get notified when we go live. And we do go live a lot. At least for me, I go live once a week, sometimes twice a week. In the summer, I've been going live twice or even 3 times a week. So there's always something for you guys to watch and a reason for you guys to, follow and like our page. And if you want to support me on YouTube, you can. Rod Arriagada /CSL Manitoba. I would, you guys did. I really would. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone for taking the time for liking and sharing the stream. If you liked it and shared it, if you didn't, maybe next time. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel and you're thinking, I don't know if I want to do it yet, you should, man. I'm looking for your support. I'm on the grind, baby. Help me get there. That's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm a clown, I know, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been a great time. Great competition. Jeff, Claire, congratulations on beating Derek on the first set. And Derek, congratulations for not losing the second set because you guys split. So that worked out pretty good. You were kind of defeated, but everybody lost once. Not a big deal, man. Anyways, that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I will see you guys at the table next time, which should be next Thursday for the Open 10-ball tournament. It's a medium Fargo rate tournament if you're looking to come out. $25 to get in. It starts at 7 o'clock sharp every Thursday here at the Hangar. I'll see you guys at the table.